The time is about 4:59. I am 4:59 a.m. I am currently waking up to attempt to vlog the whole of today. Not the whole of today, but at least let me say the first little the morning of today. So yeah, let's see. Good morning to me, to everybody else that is interested in a good morning. I am gonna start my today. I have some, I want to say dark circles, but it's not really obvious. But however, I plan to use a dark circle theme this morning. So again, I was gonna do an open the window situation, but if I do that, the whole world will see my bundle. Yeah, the whole world will see my bum bum. The window is so awkwardly placed, like so awkwardly placed that you can't raise this kind of window. Maybe in the daytime you can just do the blinds so that the upper part will show. But you see, carry the whole window. Only somebody that's probably looking for something that would do such. Because it's now in the middle of this, now the first part of the road. So yeah, anyway, time to get ready. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing is packing up my hair so that it will allow me, so I can do all the things that I want to do without the hair in the way. This might actually end up being how I pack my hair the rest of today, but I haven't decided yet if that is what I want to do. So yeah, but let me tell you about my night. I had a really good night. I've never really been the type to stay alone in a room. Like, I'm one of those people that always feel like, or tend to feel like, there's one scary little thing in the corner that is lurking around. So it's always so hard for me to fall asleep going to brush down. It's so hard for me to fall asleep. But lately, that hasn't been the hardest thing to do actually. It has been quite, yeah, it has been quite easy because I've done it more as an adult. So really, the more you do something, the more you kind of like start getting used to the thing. So I'm gonna go and brush my teeth now in that crusty bathroom because the bathroom is very crusty and ugly. Let us go to the bathroom together. This is supposed to be like the, I don't know, wardrobe looking place. So we have like extra pillows to me, just like a regular wardrobe. I didn't have use for it, so I didn't use it. Now this bathroom, when you turn on the lights, one crazy sound is going to come up. Why they made a bathroom that sound coming up like this, I don't know. I think it's supposed to be an expeller. Can you hear it? But well, we must continue our mission. So now I'm gonna brush my teeth. I feel like when people do things like this, there's one story time attached to it. I don't know what my story time is going to be because I don't know what story I actually want to tell. But I think I should think up a story that I will tell. I'm just going to brush my teeth in sped up version. While that is happening, I will think of a story to tell. Now I am done. So I am gonna have my bath now. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have my bath now. So my teeth are so clean. They're cleaner than your teeth. Okay. Okay, I have had my bath and I've worn my shirts because we don't do nudity here. Now I just want to apply my eye patch so that I can, just rejuvenate. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to. There's always this debate about eye patches, like which goes where. I don't know about you guys, but the thin one goes closer to the eye, like closer to the under of the eye. Yeah? That's the rule of thumb for me. See the way I put my own very close, as if I'm putting what I don't know. Oh well. Okay, I'll put this one. Don't you dare. You know how much eye patches? These are. Okay. I forgot to say that the eye patch I'm using is from Face Facts. Face Facts has been a brand that has been popping lately. Like, yeah, it's a brand that's been popping lately, so why not patronize their brand? You might actually be a great brand. So now I'm gonna wait for like 20 minutes so that it can kind of take effect. In that time, I'll see if I can wake my housemates up. I'll see if I can wake them up so that I'll wake them up and then I will arrange my things all together. Like I'll start repacking my bag. So yeah. Okay, I'm just going to try to do other parts of my skincare while I wait because I can't wait. The time is too long. I have to do something. They didn't tell me I should close my eye and wait. So why am I even trying to do that to myself? Okay. I'm not so proud of my toner, but because I don't know, I feel like I will be judged for it. But it is an urban. I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of the. I'm proud of the brand, the contents, but it is an Urban Skin RX toner. So I'll just clean around my face. I believe that the I believe that the eye patch is doing something for the under eye. So that's the only reason that I have confidence to do other parts of the skincare without involving the eye patch. area. I tend to cleanse my face well actually, because most times when I am now checking, like using a toner, my face still kind of looks clean. Doesn't look like it has been through life, you know. So I think that is a good thing. Anyway, go back, go back. Your time has not reached to leave my face yet. Okay, so let me talk about how I got into Maven. I feel like this is because we're on a retreat, a company retreat, right? So it's a Maven retreat. Currently here in Lackwood Lakes, Lagos. Pretty decent place if you ask me. We spent the night here, so we've just been, having a good time and like, yeah, just chilling. I, on the other hand, I won't say I've not been having a good time, but like I have been having cramps, or at least I had cramps yesterday. And if you know anything about cramps, it's a vibe killer. It's like a joy stealer. So yeah, cramps try to take my joy yesterday. For the most part, I fought for my way and I won, but it's not an easy fight. It's not an easy fight to fight at all. So yeah, how did I get here? Once upon a time, I'm just passing a little time for my toner to set in. Once upon a time, I have a sister, I would say a deep sister of the heart. So she's a makeup artist, a very talented makeup artist. At Meraki by Onome, you should check out her handle and book her for your events and all that good stuff. So one day she was because I always just with her. I'm like her manager. In fact, I'm a manager. So I've been like brand building for her since the very first time she decided to venture into makeup by herself, because she used to work for a company and then she used to work with another individual. In between, I will just be telling you every other thing I'm using. I'm using this Propolis B5 calming serum. Yeah, it's just like it's like a little in between thing that I use. The thing has almost finished. That's why it's sounding like this. But yeah, it has almost finished. It's a little. Yeah. So one day I was chilling with her yet again. We were just chatting. Then she tells me that she's working with this new artist. I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, she's working with this new artist. The artist is with Maven Records. Her name is Ira Star. I'm like, okay, I've heard of that name. Isn't that the girl that just put out her EP? She was like, yeah. Is that she? I think she worked. I'm not sure. I think she worked with me. I'm not sure. I don't remember it clearly now. But she was like, yeah. It's that girl. But like as she was there, that her A&R, the head of the department, said that she's looking to build her team, So yeah, said that she's looking to build her team, so that she should apply, or if she knew anybody that was into that is looking to join the team and all that, all that, all that. And I was like, oh, man, I wouldn't mind. At that time, I was just concluding my NYSC. I was working in a very toxic environment, Fashion TV Africa. A certain Dr. Sheyi something, I don't even remember his surname now. And is it Kingsley? Kingsley something something. They made me work there. They promised to pay me. I started working there, I think August of the previous year. That was August of 2020. Up until like February. They paid me not a single thing. They brought up different stories about COVID, work from home. They just brought up a bunch of stories. Ultimately, they never even stopped responding. So me, I just so but that was a toxic environment because they're making us even come to work and then acting like we were not doing anything. When you made us come to work, we're supposed to have what to do, right? Anyway, sorry, I don't know where I have a code from. So she tells me about the job, and I'm like, okay, so where can I apply? She said she doesn't know, but she would ask her. They have a shoot that coming weekend, so she will ask the director how she can apply, or how anybody can apply if they were interested. My moisturizer is Advanced Nail 92 All-in-One Cream by Cosrx. So, yeah, she said she will ask the director for how people can apply if they were interested. I was like, okay, cool. I will check in with you. Don't forget to tell me. She said no problem, she will not forget. So indeed, she went for the shoot. I guess she asked her. So she texted me. She was like, she says you should send an email to xyz@xyz.com. I was like, okay. What was to say in email? I don't know. It's not you guys. I was like, okay. Okay, don't worry, I'll figure it out. It's not my first time. I said I'll figure it out. So I get the email, I send the email. If I remember clearly, my subject line was referral from Meraki by Onome. In brackets, I put her full name, our actual government's name. Then, okay, so now I'm going to massage my under eye. I think I have exhausted my time having the eye patches. So just remove that there. And massage. How do they massage under eye? I hope I'm doing a good job. What do you think? Yay! Okay. Okay. Will I say that they scratch my eye? Okay, let me do the dot type of massage. This would have been so much nicer if someone else was doing it and I was just, relaxing and receiving it all. Okay, I do not know what this did. Anyway, let us continue. So I send the email with that subject line, and then I now see attached is my CV. I think she might have asked that I attach my CV, but yeah, I wrote attached is my CV. A few days later, I get a response that, hi Sharon, I can't remember how it went, but it was, hi Sharon, whether nice to hear from me or something like that. And then I now hear that she says I should move it. Bless me, bless me, bless me. She said I should the HR was gonna get in touch with me, that she will forward this my message and my CV to HR, and they will get back to me on what the next steps might be, and if they want to go forward type thing. And I'm like, oh, fantastic, thank you very much. So now in this life, always have audacity. Now the role they were looking for was A&R associate. Typically, that's somebody with already, I would say 2 to 5 years working experience, or 2 to 5 years working experience as an A&R. It was a core A&R role, like core. Look at me, that I did not have anything A&R. I was working in production, like TV production, but prior to that, I was working in writing. I've always been like into fashion writing, then advertising, then so my background has nothing related to music. But fear not in this life. Fear not. So now I'm going to apply my sunscreen because I've been watching the time and it seems like it's enough time for it to. So my sunscreen is also by Cosrx. It is this Aloe-Soothing sunscreen SPF 50. Some people do that their 3 fingers application, something. Whatever rocks your boat. Rob, you can. I think a hack for me is that you can. I'm doing the 3 fingers thing only because I'm on camera. Because normally I just do like this. So I use my brain to count, and then I rub it. Anyway, so at the end of the day, I always say, first of all, you should always avoid direct sunlight. That one is number 1. But my rule is, if you know that you cannot avoid direct sunlight, please, for the love of God and for the love of humanity and for the love of yourself, use your sunscreen and use it to the highest possible volume you can use it. However, if you know that you won't really be under direct sun, but you will still be under what do they call it? You will still be around like exposure to UV rays. You can use the lighter sunscreen. Like, what I mean is, if you were to use 3, you can use 2. If you use 3 finger spreads, you can use 2. That's what I consider my own personal hack. You can argue with yourself in front of a mirror, so it would be like you're talking to someone, but don't argue with me. Okay, so back to the story. So there's a lot of audacity I use, because I mean, why not? I lose nothing anyway. Technically, I will soon be finishing NYSC. When you finish NYSC, it's not to find work. It's to find work now. So if I manage and see something here, then I know carry my leg there. So I did it. When I applied, finish, they eventually got back to me. They actually got back to me. I think I might have applied early January. Then they got back to me on my birthday. I can't even. Yeah, on my birthday. That would I be able to take an assessment, something like that. Me where they celebrate birthday. I said, I can't do. They wanted me to do a video interview. I said, does it have to be today? Can I do it tomorrow? They said, yeah, sure. You can do it tomorrow. They gave me a deadline that I should submit. So I was like, okay, fantastic. I will work with your deadline. So the next day, that day in fact, I can't even skip this story. Wink, wink. That day, I have this friend. an extraordinary friend. His name is Eri Feolua. Eri is one of like the biggest music people that I ever knew in my life at the time, until now, obviously, because now I've now met more people, so I know many more. Like, not like he was a music executive or music business person, but like he had great love for music, sound engineering, just sound and all in general. So that day, when I got it, the very first person that I had told was Eri. I called Eri on the phone. I said, Eri, guess what happened? Look, they say I should apply for this. First of all, I think when I wanted to apply, I asked if I was doing the most. He said, come on. So, I called Eri. And he was like, you will do it, blah, blah, blah. You do this. I said, this is what they were asking me. What is the rule of an A&R today? Blah, blah. Is it Google I will use to go and find this thing? Because, So, we chatted and everything. Then the next day, I now did a video. Because it was supposed to be an interview video. So I sat in front of the camera like this. And I was like, the job of an A&R is so... Me. Talking about the job of an A&R. Yeah! I used to think A&R were RAS. Matter of fact, because I remember... I can't remember what year it was. But most of the people say they're an A&R. Most of them are always hustling. They're always struggling. It's as if it's just a word that they used to carry. So I used to be like, which kind of local profession is this? But we'll just wait for everything to really settle in, and then I would go in with my makeup. It's not too much, just like little things to amp my face. But until then, I will be rubbing my cream. My cream is 1,000 Wishes Bath and Body Works, the shimmery one. Aren't they? But this one is the more shimmery one, not the lotion. This one is Glotion body butter. So I will sit down while rubbing it. So I did the interview thing, sent it, and so I got a almost instant reply. It's like they were really looking for that role. This was now 2021. So around like February, I had my first interview. I had my first interview the same day I was supposed to go and submit something to my PPA. So I carried changing clothes or something like that. I dressed up from home, but I know the time, because it's local government, so they have when they used to close. So thankfully my interview was in the morning. The very first time of my interview, I couldn't make it because I had to go and do clearance. So I asked them if I could move it to another day when I was not moving there, and they said, yeah, sure, it's fine. So that day I got up early in the morning. I dressed up, looked cute. I even took a picture. I will put it somewhere here. I looked really cute that day with my colored hair. My hair itself was dyed purple. And my hair was, then I was still rocking my 100% natural hair. Now I'm rocking my 52% natural hair, like on relaxed hair. That's what I mean by natural hair. So I dressed up, I went for the interview. I had the interview. I got there, had the interview. The interview went well to me, went very, very well. They now even asked me if I could call. So who would I call in the music industry if I want to? I say, I don't know who I'll go call. I just called a couple of my friends and my close associates who I know are into at least music video production. It should count for something now, I think. So I called their name instead. So I called their name, and then I had the interview, and it was great. It was actually really great. So I left. Much later, I got another email for another interview. I was like, okay, maybe we are getting somewhere.
So this interview now was with the COO. The first one was with the director of A&R. That's Rima, and I think it was with a couple of people, a couple of team members of the A&R department as well. Veda was there. Simone was there. So she's no longer at the company at this moment. But who else was there? I can't remember. But I had the second interview. That was the first one. So the second one, only Tega and Jennifer were there. Tega is the COO of the company, and then Jennifer is the director of operations now at the company. So, if it's Elsa now, she'll be rubbing this thing on her necklace. So now see me. Anyway, side note. So I did the interview. That one too was actually great. Tega asked a lot of fun questions. I remember him asking me if I could drive. Hey, thank God though, I could actually drive because I'd been learning how to drive. So that month was when I had already started driving. So I said, well, I can drive, but I'm a new driver. I'm new to driving, but I can. I just put a disclaimer there. I can, but I'm new to it. I'm still learning. I'll say I'm still learning. And I was like, okay, good. Then he just asked me a bunch of other questions, branding related questions, music related questions, networking related questions. He asked me about clubbing. It was in that moment I knew clubbing was not for me. I always knew. When he asked there, I just quickly said my own that, Omo, me, I'm not the clubbing type of girl. So if there seems to be a club activation type thing, it's very likely I won't be there. But I believe that some people, that will be their strengths. So those people can go. It's always good to, one thing I learned, it's always good to be confident and truthful in your interviews. Anytime you have an interview, just be confident and truthful. Because most of the questions that he asked me, I was just being honest, like literally honest. If I couldn't answer, I would say, okay, I don't have an answer now. Can I come back to it? Or I would say, can I have a moment to think about it? He was, yeah, sure. Think about it. Really cool guy. After that interview, everything, I went my way. So sometime in March, I got a response that, hi Sharon, congratulations, blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, fantastic. But however, because I didn't have the experience for the role they were looking for at the time, I actually didn't start out as an A&R associate like I had applied for. I started as like an A&R intern / A&R assistant. So I was basically, that's how I started. So that was the role I was employed for initially. So yeah, that is actually how I got into the company. And then 1 year later, I outperformed. I overdid my thing because I'm good like that. I eventually found my footing, got to see that it's, especially with the new age, the way A&R is today, it's not so linear anymore. It's not like, so music. So I finally started finding my foot in things that have to do with music video production, things I think I was already used to. So basically me actually emphasizing and utilizing my strengths. So music video production, set design, creation of treatments, like just all that whole visual branding and aesthetics world. So that's how I started being I kind of transitioned into A&R visual branding. In 1 year I became an associate. The role I applied for in 1 year, I became an A&R associate. And I was like a visual branding and aesthetics person on the A&R. And then I would say 1 year after that again, I now became, is it 1 year after that? Okay. Yeah, basically. And I guess I would just say, and then eventually, or I'll say today, I am now A&R content. What am I saying? No, I'm now A&R creative and branding. So yeah, that is my current role, A&R creative and branding. So everything from what you see for the rest of the artists, I'm across board. I do have specific artists that I really focus on my everything, but I work across board. So whatever you see from music videos, styling, content that you see, like when they're performing, creative design, content design, font, artworks, performance videos, then working with other artists and all that. Basically, just everything put together, literally just everything, anything visual. You will see my hand in it. My very first project, my very first big project since I got into the company, I would say, it's kind of like Chapter X when we were doing Chapter X, the album. When we're making Chapter X, the album, just the whole creative direction, style direction, like just that whole thing. But my next first, because it was my first female artist, because when I had joined the company, Arasta was already unveiled, but my first female artist was Life Size Teddy. So that was my first artist focused project. I had worked on Magix and Boys Fights as well. However, it was more of a team effort. Like it was more everybody just putting in their little bit here and there. But this one was very, I kind of like it fell on my head, and I would say I did a pretty darn good job there. So yeah, you can check everything out and let me know. So whatever it is, like I said, art design, art direction, creative design, creative direction, content design, content direction, styling, style direction, anything you want to add, that's me. So that will be about it for the story time. I spoke more than I actually did anything, so that means now I have to rush and do all that off camera, and then I will be back. Okay, I am officially done with everything. I have worn my outfits and I have packed my hair. Oh, I have to flip the camera, but I can't do that here, so I'm going to pause and do it all over again. Okay, so this is it. It looks like a little pineapple. What is a company retreat without a branded t-shirt and then pants? These are actually Navin pants. We used these for our 10th year anniversary. These pants were designed by my sister. Yes, I put her on, and the whole project was handled by me and Tomisin, my PRQ. So yeah, these are my shoes for today. They are like shimmery looking flats. So yeah, this is the entire look. Okay, now this is the outside I was talking about. Can you see how clear it is? This is literally my window. Earlier I was like, imagine opening the window, except I'm looking for something. I want people to just see me. It's a little crazy. That is the beginning. Then here, just look at this. The whole world will just be looking at somebody. Anyway, I am done.
My bags are packed. I have only 2 tiny bags. And I am ready, waiting for, I guess, the bus and everybody else to be ready so we can all go. Let's see what daylight is looking like. Ooh. Okay. I don't know if anybody remembers beer, white beer, Black Mirror white beer, if you've ever watched that episode. But this view reminds me of Black Mirror white beer. Like, well, if you've not watched it by this time, it cannot be a spoiler. But in white beer, this girl was being used as, imagine when you go and view animals in a zoo. So I don't know, this just feels very like I'm putting myself on display for people to stand outside and they can pay money to see me act or do something like that. Because see, what is this? It's crazy. But it's cute though. Okay, so now I will be heading for breakfast very soon. Whenever I'm going for breakfast, like I know I'm going to eat, I don't really like to put on lip gloss because, like, what's the point? But I have just done a little bit of, like, you know, when you lip balm, lip oil type situation, yeah, so that my lips are not too dry. When I say I've done that, I mean my moisturizer. I'm not as if I rubbed any other thing, but I really don't want to. So yeah, somebody is probably looking at me from their window and wondering, is she okay? She's okay. She's okay. See the way I can see inside that window. Even if that window, obviously I don't think anybody stays there. It looks like it's supplies. That is how clearly.
You're looking at the mirror. How about that? No, I'm not trying to. You guys should let this girl spend her money. You want this?
So we are actually walking because, like, 1, space for exercise. 2 is just, we can't wait for shuttle. Might as well walk, right? Because what's stopping us from walking? That's Yewande there. Yewande, say hello. That's Amaru there. I'm not going to tell him to say hello because he will come and say something very random. Let's test it. Amaru, say hello.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
You went through a lot, dear. Girl, I did.
Jenny also.
She went through so much, you guys.
Say hello first.
I said hi. I've been waiting since.
Oh, right.
Okay. I'm currently eating breakfast now. This is Bolaji. That is Ovie. Ovie.
So there's no 1 minute to do. What to call him?
That's Ibrahim right there. And this is me. Okay, now we're about to take, like, company pictures together as a group. That is everybody gathered there. You know, I wonder if there are ants here with these my trousers that I'm wearing that are overflowing.
You need to bend a little bit. I know you're in front.